Hello, I'm Xarkun. This is World of Warships Legends. Henry J. Hyde on the screen here. He is the commander that I am using for the grosser Kurfürst. Alright, that's about the best I can do as far as accents go. You'll notice that this is a full secondary build on Hyde. And we're going to do well over 100,000 damage in this game, but by the end of it, only 4 secondary hits will have been achieved, so I'm sorry to inform you that secondaries don't come into play pretty much at all in this game, and that's about as much as I'm going to comment on the secondary builds, or on the secondaries of the grosser Kurfürst, at least for now. Now, we're on fault line here, and this game is going to be illustrative of the proper way to play this map, in the sense that here on this side that we're spawned on, it's the strong side for our team. We've got 6 ships in this sort of quadrant of the map. 3 here, 3 inside of our base right now. Well, 1 destroyer is outside of it. They're also heading north like we are. And then on the very other far side of the map, too far away for us to even see them if we were to look in their direction on the screen, 3 other ships. In front of us, we've got 3 enemy ships, and in front of those 3 ships that we cannot see on the western side of the map, there are 6 enemy ships generally in that area. Now we've spawned with 2 destroyers, and they are pushing up, so we are going to follow them quite aggressively. We're going to see these 2 Yamatos, and this first little sequence here is going to be slightly depressing. We sort of miss that Yamato as he's going broadside. Rear guns there are going to hit the island. We're not going to be able to punish the Yamato, but we take a very, very wicked salvo from, I think that was both of the Yamatos, costing us about a third of our health. And then this Yamato, again, also going broadside, and again, unfortunately, no punishment for the Yamato. We, on the other hand, I'm not even sure it was a mistake, but we peek around the island. We're exposing a little bit of broadside, just get wrecked for it by the two Yamatos. And you might think, if you're a little bit cynical, that sort of illustrates the difference between the grosser Kurfürst here and the Yamato. One is clearly more powerful than the other, right? And I'm sure you can interpret the implications of that. But here we are. We're still going to push forward. We've got the islands between us and the Yamatos, allowing us to sort of reposition ourselves, perhaps, or at least get the jump on these guys. We're probably going to be able to see them as long as these destroyers want to get a little bit more aggressive. Frankly, I don't know why they aren't, especially this destroyer 2 kilometers in front of me. No real good reason I can see that he can't push out a little bit further. In any case, somebody's pushed out far enough to spot these Yamatos, so we know where they are. They don't know where we are. That gives us a distinct advantage. We're going to heal up a little bit now. Luckily with this Hyde build, even though the secondaries aren't going to come into play, we do have 4 heals, and that's going to be pretty helpful for us. We probably wouldn't have been able to survive in this game quite as long as we end up doing if we didn't have those heals. Gonna run into this destroyer here. Maybe an impolite move, but we're doing it for a good reason. Destroyer is launching torpedoes at the Yamato, who is barreling around this corner. He's going to be flat broadside. We're going to be there to meet him. Running with scissors activates, and there he is. Gun's not even aimed this way. We take him out probably before those torpedoes can even hit. Looked like about 3 of them were, and I don't think that would have been enough to kill the Yamato anyway. The one Yudachi says, "Roger." I don't know if that meant thank you or if he was mad at me for taking away all of his damage, but the Yamato he's gone, so Next Yamato up, also giving broadside. We take a nasty salvo from him because we too are giving broadside. Hit him for a citadel. Not quite as much as we would have liked there. We're still giving too much broadside and in fact turning the wrong way. I didn't mean to turn the way I'm turning. I wanted to turn the other way, angle away from the Yamato. Nevertheless, our turtleback armor there, I believe, prevents us from taking a citadel. Had that been a citadel, we probably would have died. And then we hit the Yamato for 2 citadels in return, bringing him down to almost nothing. We're going to have this island between ourselves and the Yamato now, providing us with extra armor that he cannot penetrate at all. And the destroyers are going to close in for the kill. So, you can see on the other side of the map, I'm not sure what has been happening throughout the course of this game, but the ships that spawned on our strong side, this eastern side of the map, for the most part, we've pushed up. We're very close to the enemy base. We've plowed through 2 Yamatos, and we still got 3 destroyers alive who are going to be able to sail straight into that cap, start flipping it. On the other side of the map, the western side, we've got 2 friendly ships in our base, and we've got at least 1 spotted enemy. I think that's a battleship, maybe? Screen's so small for me to see when I'm doing these commentaries. And there's definitely a destroyer down there now, too. We've seen him appear on the map. So they're closing in on our base. And those 3 ships that spawned on that western side of the map, hopefully what they were trying to do is slow down that push. Meanwhile, we've expedited our push by taking down those 2 Yamatos fairly quickly. And we've racked up 111,000 damage and a devastating strike medal doing it. Now it's time to move in on the base. Once we get some destroyers on there, that's going to force the enemy team who is pushing toward our base to play on the defensive. They're going to have to respond to our destroyers capping their base. Otherwise, we're going to win. Now, we've got a Wichita in the base. That's going to be a threat to the 3 friendly destroyers we have pushing in, and since I am pushing with them, I'm kind of here to support them. So what I'm going to do is try to kill this Wichita. Of course, the Bismarck has noticed me, giving him a fair amount of broadside, and the Bismarck is going to be a pretty big threat to me. Miss the Wichita there. Shells land away from his ship, kind of overshot him, it looks like. So we're going to aim at this Bismarck, who is giving broadside while turning in to hopefully not allow him to do too much damage to us. Unfortunately, his shot was rather accurate, and we do lose a fair amount of hit points from it. We hit him for maybe 9-10k there, not quite as much as we would have liked. Friendly destroyers are laying a smokescreen. Now that the bow of the ship is pointed toward the Bismarck, though, he's going to have a much harder time damaging us. Taking a little bit of fire from the Wichita, which is a concern, but our destroyers have basically entered the enemy base. The only thing preventing them from really starting to flip it in earnest is the presence of these 2 enemy ships in the cap circle. The Bismarck is, however, almost dead. He just shot at us. He's on his reload. We're able to get the rear turrets in there, shoot those, and take him out for our 2nd kill of the game. Wichita now, giving flat broadside, far enough away, it looks like, for the shells to come down more vertically, which means they find his citadel, awarding us the high caliber medal, and taking him down to dangerously low health. Now, we're hoping with our spotter plane in the air that this shot is going to land and take him out, so we use the damage control, and it doesn't land. But that's okay, we've still got another shot influenced by the spotter plane. Hopefully this one does it, and yes, it comes through. We find his citadel again and take the Wichita out. Now, 3 kills, got an enemy lightning smoked up there. He is in secondary range. Our secondaries have hit him 3 times. So, how much damage did they do? I don't know. How effective were they? Didn't use them. Said I wasn't going to comment on secondaries again. There I am. That's all we're going to get. I guess they're going to fire again. Anyway, we're going to use the main guns here. Remove the lightning. And we see his torpedoes, thanks either to our sonar picking them up, or, yeah, I think that was our sonar. We're able to kick it forward now and avoid these torpedoes. So we're not going to die yet. We've got 4 kills, 175,000 damage done. The enemy is in our base. They've taken out the last ship there. But we have a head start in terms of capping, and we still have 1 destroyer left alive. So do they. That destroyer, I think, right now is spotting me, which means there are probably more torpedoes on the way, and there is the threat that Alaska could shoot me in the broadside. If that battleship gets closer, he might be able to as well. But the torpedoes are indeed coming for us, so we're turning toward them. Luckily, we got out of the way in time, and we're still alive. I need intelligence, I tell my team, because I want to know where that destroyer is. He could kill me. I dodged that set of torpedoes, not quite as confident that I'm going to be able to dodge this one. Not when I have to worry about an Alaska shooting AP at my broadside. Now I want to turn out and turn away. I also want to kill this Alaska, because if I can, then it's the Kraken. So the shot is out. The Kraken is achieved, and the Iowa finishes me off. But we've done 182,000 damage, still got the friendly destroyer in the enemy base, and the last remaining battleship on our team, another Iowa, also in the base. Looks like the enemy battleship, the Iowa that just killed us, was the one capping our base, so the destroyer definitely is here. The Iowa is moving in, recognizing that he is not going to win this game by capping. And let's see what happens here. Torpedoes coming for the friendly destroyer. I believe it's a Fletcher. He looks like he's gonna... Nope. Torpedo beats at the last second. Narrowly avoids taking one of those. Probably wouldn't have killed him, though. Iowa moving in. Friendly Iowa giving flat broadside to the enemy. Oh boy. Hopefully this game doesn't end in disaster, right? Well, we do have a Kutuzov shooting at the enemy Iowa. Probably going to be taken down before he can kill this one, so I say it's pretty much wrapped up. In any case, what you want to do on this map is, if you spawn on the strong side like I did, you want to push toward the enemy base. You spawn on the weak side, you want to delay the enemy's push. Whoever reaches the cap circle first and succeeds in clearing the weak side is going to have the advantage, because they're going to start flipping the cap, which is going to put the onus on the enemy team to move back and defend the cap, giving whoever's capping hopefully the advantage, as long as the push can be completed quick enough and the weak side can be cleared out. At least that's the theory on how you want to play this map, and who knows, you know, maybe sometimes if you're on an aggressive push, you can get a pretty good game out of it like we did here. 182,000 damage done, Kraken unleashed, high caliber. Not a bad one in the Grosse Kurfürst, and I hope you enjoyed it, especially since I've been posting a lot of GK videos lately. Sorry for the background noise, my cat is trying to torpedo this commentary too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.